My name is Alice Pesta, and I am the author of my book, Aliceland.
I'm in Aliceland, and I know that I am, 'cause all I feel is love, and all I see is love. Oh, I am in Aliceland. I am that I am. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Aliceland. My name is Alice, and today I would really like to talk to you about our habits and patterns. Many of us have very good habits like going to the gym and exercising, brushing our teeth, eating proper diet, and so on. But also we might have some not so supportive habits like smoking, drinking, overeating, not sleeping enough, and so on. And that is why I have written on the board that we have two different habits. One is psychological and one is physical. The psychological habit is about our thinking. I have been talking about thoughts and thinking in the past and in the future. Our thoughts will dictate our emotions, and our emotions will dictate our thoughts. A lot of times when we are if we have a bad habit of thinking negative thoughts and saying things like, this is never going to work, I am not happy, I don't like the weather, I am too fat, I don't love myself, and these are very derogatory and making us feel very sad and bad. Patterns we have usually learned from our parents, from our teachers, from our daily life. Society also dictates some of our patterns. In the last year, our lives have changed as we never could have predicted. We now have to always wear a mask, and there are many stores that are closed, so we don't have the freedom to go do shopping or go to the restaurant. And this was a physical pattern that many of us had, that we'd like to go to a restaurant for dinner or to go to visit a friend. But that is not possible at this moment. What does that show us? We depend on our patterns, and our patterns dictate how we feel. So the way I have dealt with my habits and my patterns in the past and in daily living is to first of all recognize them. To recognize that maybe I'm thinking a negative thought that I'm never going to get better, that my wounds are not going to heal as fast as I would like. But once I catch myself and pay attention and stop and just watch the process of my thinking, suddenly that thought, because I don't feed it, will disappear. What is the most important things when we are looking at our habits and patterns is always self-love. There were moments in the past when I started recognizing that I cannot live with the habits and patterns I had in the past. I had to really work, first of all, on the self-love. Be loving to ourselves, because many of these thoughts, many of these patterns have been superimposed on our mind and on our identity. We see our parents yelling at us. What do? We yell at our kids. We see our parents saying no to us. What do we do to our children? Even before asking them to validate their argument, it says, no, this has to be this way. But if we don't recognize it, can we as human race ever change? Or are we going to be repeating the same thing over and over and over again? What do I want to say today? The most important thing is always start with self-love. Always find that big heart that I have shown you many times. Pay attention. Pay attention. And if you go back into that black hole, just smile and say, hey, I am so proud of me because I recognized it. I am not in the ignorance anymore. And I am looking at intelligence through intelligence and make the best choices at that moment. So we are having a new moon in Pisces. And a new moon in Pisces is very powerful because it's very emotional and very watery. So why don't we wash off all those bad habits that keep us down, that stop us from development, that stop us from finding happiness that we truly are. So my friends, my beautiful people of Aliceland, I have my heart here once again. So self-love it is. And please be nice to yourself, because if you love yourself, you can only love the other as well. And when you recognize that we are mirror of one another and we are truly one, then only love can lead us on. Have a beautiful week. Have a beautiful springy start into the month of March, and I'll see you again on Tuesday.